Right fellas, welcome back. It is so cold in here tonight. I've just had that heater on, but I've had to turn it off because you guys might not be able to hear what I'm saying. But anyway, I've been busy collecting bits and bobs for the Cooper S over the past few weeks. It's been a while since I've touched this now. I think the last job I actually did on it was the steering wheel, then before that was the carbs. So like I say, I've been busy collecting a few bits from here, there and everywhere, sort of eBay, P&L minis and another few other bits and bobs. So I'll talk you through what I've got, and then we'll get sticking them on the car. So what should I start with? So if anyone remembers when I put the air filters on the car, the piece of hose that goes from the two little pots on the side of the dash pots, I can't remember the name of them. Anyway, the piece of pipe wasn't long enough, so I've got myself a meter pipe, so I'm going to flick that on as well, and then I can actually start the car up and see what it sounds like with them air filters on it, because everyone was saying, oh, what does it sound like with them air filters on? But obviously, because that pipe weren't connected, I didn't know whether it was detrimental to the car running or anything. But yeah, I'm going to get that fired up today. So as most of you probably aware, I am spending most of my life looking on eBay sort of sites where people are selling off parts, like genuine Cooper S parts, whether it be Facebook, eBay. Anyway, what I've managed to source is Cooper S's never used to come with a locking fuel cap from factory, whereas this one's got lockable fuel caps on it. So I've sourced myself some non-lockable fuel caps. Now, I've had a look on eBay as well at a lot of Cooper S cars, and it's very rare you find a car that's got non-locking fuel caps on it. So what my thinking is, back in the day, if you wanted to just go and take someone's fuel, all you got to do is just whiz the cap off, siphon the fuel out, put it back on, and then someone else gets back in the car and they're like, hang on a minute, I've got no petrol in this. So I think, this is Toon's opinion, I may be wrong, that back in the day it was the in thing to swap from the non-lockable fuel caps to the lockable ones to stop people pinching your fuel. So yeah, so I've got some of them, really happy with them. Also, this being a 1965 car, it's got the foldable sun visors. Now, I just want to say a massive thank you to a chap called Nick Wardle. I can't remember how this came about, whether it was something I was on YouTube or Facebook. Anyway, he's given me a full set of clips. Now, to me, they look like new old stock. They don't look like they've ever been used. So I've got obviously a set of clips there to be able to clip the sun visors either on the rail above the windscreen, and then you can flip it around and put it to the glass on the side where the sliding windows are. So he's given me four of those. Wouldn't take any money off me. So like I say, Nick, I just want to say a massive thank you to you for that, because I actually went on eBay and one of those clips that is in used condition was £24.99 including delivery. So if you did a maths there, it's like 100 quid in clips. But yeah, really appreciate that, Nick. It's a real kind gesture of you. And also, he's given me a switch as well for the lower dash rail, where there's like an accessory panel. I'm not 100% whether I'm going to keep that at the minute, because I'll get into that another time. Because what I'm doing with this car now is I'm trying to get it on the outside to look exactly how it should be, but I'm undecided whether to do anything else to it. So what I'm going to leave is the dry suspension. It should be on idle acid suspension. I'm going to leave that on dry suspension. One, because I personally prefer it, and you can just set the ride height, do whatever you want to do with it, and when you actually look at the car, you don't know unless you really dig deep. And also the H4 carburetors, I'm going to be leaving those on, but I have got the original carburetors coming back to me from the chap I bought the car off, Alistair. I dropped him a message and I was like, you don't happen to still have the original carbs off the car? And he was like, yeah, I do. So anyway, I'm getting them back, but that'll be another video. What else? And then there's a few other bits I want to do, but I'm not going to get into all that today. There's also, I've got these subframe shrouds that I need to fit. I need to try and figure out what screw it is and see if I've got any in my toolboxes. But if not, I'll have to buy some of those. So I've got two of those to go on. And then also I have purchased some new screws for the window sliding mechanisms. Now, I put a post out on Facebook on one of the Cooper S pages. If anyone's got a Cooper S and not on the Facebook page, it's the original classic Mini and Cooper S Facebook page. You put a question out there, and it's the same with like, you know, like the van forums, anything like that, and within 5 minutes you get an answer to stuff, and it's just absolutely fantastic. So my question was, would a 1965 Cooper S have wing mirrors from factory? And the answer was no. So obviously with the answer being no, those are now coming off. So if anyone wants to buy those wing mirrors, or I might even just give them away if somebody wants them, let me know. So I'm going to swap those. And then lastly, because I've been rambling for a little bit now, I've bought a new number plate bracket, so I need to fit the number plate to that one. The reason I'm swapping it is the original one is rather pitted around the bottom here, so probably where they put the boot light in, the water's just sat there and obviously pitted it. So if I know it's been kind of cleaned off and powder coated, but to me it just really bugs me. So I'm going to get this thing sprayed up, powder coated, whatever, and then I'll obviously get that fitted to the car. But I'm going to be doing something with the boot lid anyway, which you'll see in another video. But right, first things first, let's get this fitted and let's get it started up, because believe it or not, this car hasn't been started since, I think it's June. So basically the last time this car ran was when Steve drove it, when we run the engine in. So that what's that now, June, July, August, September, October, and about like 5 months ago. Yeah, that's pretty bad, that. And for everyone keep asking, why have you not adapted it yet? I'm going to go into that another time, because there's very good reason behind it, and I'll do a video explaining exactly why I've not done it, because I don't want to rush into stuff. So, right, let's get cracking. In fact, before I start it up, I'm going to do these jobs first. I'm going to whiz these wing mirrors off. So at the moment they're held on with a nut, and I believe you just screw through. I had exactly the same ones on my minivan when I bought that. That's not the right size. Neither's that one. They might be metric. Hang on. Right, okay, so I now have my metric spanners. Is it a 10? Yeah, it's a 10 mil. So before anyone says, tune away, you better see where you're going when you're driving, having no wing mirrors. If anyone's drove a Mini, you'll know that Mini wing mirrors are probably just as pointless as BMW indicators. So come out there now. There we go. Lovely jubbly. Come on. I should have probably done this on the other side. So basically this grub screw, just and I'll show you what it is now. So it's basically like a little blank nut, which the screw goes into that way, and then this fits in from the back there. This is why being low down absolutely sucks. And that's that. Super straightforward. So I'll show you what this side looks like, and then okay, so as you can see, this side now looks super clean. And then if we go around to the other side, obviously we've got that there. Let me know if you prefer the wing mirrors or prefer it to not have wing mirrors. But yeah, right, I'm not going to video you taking that one off because that's just boring. So next thing I'm going to do is fuel caps. Right, last one. I've already done the opposite side. Now, these are not a matching pair. So what I mean by that is, I can get the key out. So both petrol caps have got different keys. So if these were factory, My guess would be that they'd both have they'd operate off the same key. But anyway, according to Facebook and John Parnell's restoration guide, this is the correct petrol cap for it. So that is literally just. Do you know what, if every job on a Mini was as easy as that, we'd probably have nothing to do. But yeah, they look super them. Yeah, it just looks really, really clean. I'm going to give them a polish up, but I'm not going to polish anything up because I've got all the car, so because I've got to do these chromes as well. But right, so that's petrol caps. Wing mirrors have now gone, and what else is it now? Sun visor clips, and then we'll get on to firing the beast up, and then I'm going to take these roundels off as well, because I don't want them on anymore. And also this little boot lamp as well. This will be going in the future. So all this, what I'm doing now, is part of the process to get the car exactly how I want it. So right, let's jump in and sort these sun visors out. Right, okay, so as you can see, being a 1965 as mentioned earlier, these windscreen visors, there should be a clip there. Excuse the state of that headliner, that's something I'm going to be doing. So you can see I've got one clip up here, which when you push that one like that, that clips into place there. So obviously I've got these chrome ones on the cant rail. Yes, that is a cant rail. It sounds like something else. So yeah, those started in October '64. So obviously mine being a 7th of January 1965, that's why it's obviously got these folding swing away sun visors. So right, what I'm going to do, I'm going to flip these, get these clips out, replace them with the new ones, which I've got somewhere, maybe in here, maybe. There we go. Yeah, so I've got a full box of them here. Get them swapped over and see what it looks like. Okay, let's have a look now and see how these go. They go. No, they can't go like that. They're not the right ones. So it must be these ones. And you must push them in with a screwdriver to fix them in place. So if I go one there like that, and then get that. Look at that! That's another super easy job. I love little jobs like this. Right, wicked. Well, that's another job ticked off the list. Obviously, the next job in here, interior wise, will be doing the headlining, but I can't really do anything about that at the moment because we are in lockdown and I can't just turn up at Newton Commercials with my headliner. So that'll have to wait until probably December. But I'm running out of jobs to do. Right, let's see if it'll start. So as you can see, I've just fed that pipe through. So obviously it's connected to this pot here and that pot there. What I had to do when I fit the air filters is these pieces here were twisted in and kind of looped around the back of these dash pots a lot neater, but because obviously I've got the air filters on now, I've had to make that loop bigger, but it actually looks pretty neat, that. So right, I'm going to flick you on the tripod and get this get it fired up. Fingers crossed it should just jump into life. So I'm hoping this is going to start first time, just to prove that I'm not starting it before. There's my hand on the back of the exhaust manifold. Right, let's jump in. I've no idea how this is going to go, because the only time I've ever started this car was when I was with Steve. So looks like chokes on the left. absolutely sweet as a nut. Just go around the back. Wasn't expecting that. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to leave it running for a bit and then get it up to temperature and then crack on with the other job. So I'll catch up with you in a minute. Right, so I've had the car running for probably a good half an hour just to get everything up to temperature and check everything's spot on. So this bonnet is actually pretty warm, but I'm going to take this roundel off now because the look that I'm going for, like I mentioned earlier, is I want it to look like a standard Cooper S from the outside. But obviously the things that are not going to be original are the H4 carburetors and the dry suspension. Everything else, when you look at the car, I want people to think that it is a standard Cooper S. With regards to the wheels, I'm not sure whether I'll run the proper Cooper S wheels all the time or whether I'll chop and change in between the rose petals. Until I get them fitted to the car, I don't think I'll be able to make that call. So right, I'm going to whiz this roundel off, whiz the doors off, and then hopefully it should start looking a little bit more like a road car as opposed to a race car. Right, I'll whiz this off and I'll show you what it looks like when it's done. Finally. God, those things are stuck on proper. Wow, that looks different. Let me grab the camera and I'll show you what it looks like now that all three of them are gone. Okay, so plain Jane now. It looks really weird without them, but I think because I've only ever knew it with the numbers on, that's probably why it looks weird to start with. So I said I've taken the side one off, the bonnet one's come off. That vinyl must have been really good quality as well because it's not left any residue on the paint. But yeah, it's perfect that now for machine polishing. One thing I've just noticed is these two here, so I'm going to whiz them off camera and then coming around to the back. So basically on the exterior of the car now, all that I need to do is get rid of this thing. I'm going to be taking this probably off at some point, whether I'll do it this weekend or next weekend I don't know, but I'm going to sort that out. What else needs doing? I'm probably going to change the rubber on there as well because it's not great. What else? Catching on stuff. Trying to find jobs to do now. Well, I've also fitted my new plate as well, so Classic Plates Online ended up sending me a replacement one out as well, which was cool of them. So like I said, I just had to send a few pictures off, tell them what happened. Luckily, like I say, everything was on camera as well, so if they was going to start denying it, I could have just sent them the video and go, look, masking tape shouldn't do that. But right, I'm going to just whiz those two stickers off and then I'll catch up with you in a minute. Right, okay, so that's all I've really got time for today. Now, I wasn't going to video doing them because it's not particularly interesting, but I thought with everyone being on lockdown, if I can entertain you for 5 or 10 minutes, however long this video is going to be, a few people might appreciate that. But yeah, I think it's going to take some getting used to because obviously I've only ever known the car with the numbers on it and the way it was. So the only thing that remains not standard on the outside is the reverse lamp on the boot, which is going to be getting removed, and also on the front of the grille it's got like the Speedwell knobs to pull the grille off. I'm not sure whether I'm going to change that or not because I don't particularly want to drill into the front panel when it's only like two nuts and bolts which hold that in. But again, that's something I'll decide in the future, and also the fact I can just whiz it straight off without any drama will make, you know, things a lot easier. But yeah, progress is progress. So like I say, I'll be back again soon with another video, and probably the next video is probably going to be maybe even doing that boot lid or doing something else. I do need to service the car as well to drop the oil out of it, but apart from that, there's not a great deal of stuff left to do. I've got a couple of switches that need to be changed inside, loads of little niggly bits, and then maybe even potentially get that headliner out as well and then get it down to Newton Commercials in December once lockdown's been lifted. I mean, I'm still working throughout lockdown, but I kind of just think, well, if I'm working, I should be working and working only, rather than, you know, turning up doing stuff like this. So yeah, I'll just wait till December. I'm in no major rush anyway. But right, I'll leave that one there, guys. If you've got any questions, do get in the comments. In terms of the van, there'll be a video on that coming soon, because that thing is doing my nutting, as you'll all find out in a few weeks. But right, take it easy, guys, and I'll catch you next time.